All right, go for it.
It is Thursday, 5/22, May 22nd. Welcome back to Giant and Jet. The Knicks coming off a heartbreaking loss. WNBA season starting, and no notable news or games in baseball the past week. Um,
Get my range of emotions there. I was going up and down.
all right. Both watched the game last night, the Knicks game. Let me hear your thoughts. The crazy, crazy game.
I had a clear as day thought, which is insane because I texted in the group chat. I text in the group chat, Boston was better than us. We are better than this Pacers team.
Yeah,
Boston was up 20. We steal games because I talked about this last week. Boston just being arrogant as shit, being like, we got it, we're at home, totally putting your foot off the gas.
yeah.
And then me as a fan and them as a team did the same exact thing.
Yeah, I don't know if the
Same thing.
Knicks took. I don't know. That was crazy. Like they just were hitting every shot they were taking. That guy, Neesmith, like his legs were like twisting in the air, just throwing the ball right, like not even hitting.
He hit five straight threes. Like
Yeah, like
six straight threes, six possessions.
yeah, like I don't even know if that's a Knicks choke or like the other team just went unconscious for the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the game. Like the only big missed shot in regulation was the OG Anunoby when he missed the first free throw when he went to the line towards the end of the game. But like they weren't playing bad. It's not like they like missed 10 shots in a row or something.
But they basically stopped playing defense, or at least they stopped scheming defense.
Yeah, they should
Like,
have said this guy Neesmith's not going to shoot the ball again the whole rest
yes.
of the game. Like
Well,
after he had like three.
I wrote, is this Clay Thompson? Like, okay, well, here's the thing. If Clay Thompson went 4 for 4 from three, we're gonna call a timeout. We're gonna make a defensive adjustment, and this fucker isn't gonna shoot the ball again. We didn't do that.
No.
We didn't do that one time. I genuinely think, even I as a fan, I was like, we're up 14, we're up 11, we're up 8, we're up 5. Oh my God, we're up 2, but there's 24 seconds. We have the ball. It wasn't ending.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
admit I was like, I go, we're gonna go to the finals. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, like we're gonna do this. And
I kept saying to myself, like they're gonna miss one of these. The Knicks are gonna get the rebound and foul, and the game's gonna be over. They'll go up by 6 points with like 20 seconds left, and it just never happened. Like,
I was like, man, whoever our GM is, because I'm not a real, obviously not a real fan. I was like, what a great job.
yeah,
Karl Anthony Towns was going like this the whole game.
he's
Bridges
playing
was
well.
Well, one of the things I'm going to talk about is I guess the mid-range shot is back because if you really can't hit a mid-range shot, then all we're going to do is just push you off the line and but whatever. No, I mean, I don't know. I watched the whole game. I got arrogant. Me as a fan, I think the team did. They wrote that we took our foot off the gas, which is
Yeah,
insane considering you guys are the team who
that
doesn't
just did
do
that to the
that.
other. That just did that to the Celtics.
You
Like they
just
took
did it
their
to the
foot off the gas.
Celtics. You should
Roles
know how
reversed.
important this is.
Yeah, and the Pacers like they came back in like what three of the four wins that they had in the round before that too. Like they did the same thing
Thing.
to the Cavs. Like they
I
just
don't know if I screenshotted it. There's an amazing photo. There's an amazing statistic. I didn't screenshot. There's an amazing statistic that says there are four times in like NBA history that a team has come back from 7 points under 1 minute and to go in the playoffs. Four times. One was the Reggie Miller game. The other three are the Pacers in this postseason.
yeah.
In each round, seven
Yeah.
points under a minute to go.
Yeah, they
So we're
just
talking
don't
about
quit.
Reggie Miller, which is one of the most famous postseason performances ever, and this fucking team.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't explain it. I didn't even know who Neesmith was going into the game, like being a complete casual, obviously, but yeah, crazy.
There's another thing I had a mental thought of last night. So I do think of this podcast when I'm watching games now, where I'm like, that's something I want to talk about. So I just take mental notes. I think if you're truly, so I was thinking about Jalen Brunson, and I was like, okay, is Jalen Brunson entering that category of, he's not, but I was just like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, maybe those are extreme.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller,
Yeah.
I don't know, Karl Malone, John Stockton, like legendary players. Like maybe I shouldn't have started off with Kobe and LeBron, but those two came to my mind. Those players never fouled out of games.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, I looked it up, fouled out. Actually, let me just double check this because I looked it up. Not that anyone's going to be fact checking me. Uh, whoops. Yes, I typed it. Okay. Kobe Bryant fouled out 10 times in his 20-year NBA career,
Wow.
0 times in the playoffs, and six of those were his rookie year. So that
That's
means the next 19 years, he fouled out 4 times.
it's probably a different league though. Like the refs definitely blow the whistle more and players definitely play into fouls because that's what Brunson does a lot. He'll get the guy to jump and then just like lean into him or they land on the guy's feet so they're like in the landing zone.
I'm just saying great players
Yeah.
don't foul out.
Yeah.
Like, I
They're-
never saw Ray Lewis get disqualified from a game. Even though he played like a lunatic, I've never seen that. Like the great players, like Jalen Brunson, you fouled out last series, and this series, why we actually lost that game was you got in so much foul trouble
that you had to
could,
go.
that you couldn't play defense anymore.
Yeah, he every time they attack him, he would just put his arms up like I can't
Arms
do
up, and
anything.
he'd move his body out of the way. That's
Yeah.
actually how they came back. And they held him, they held Jalen Brunson out of the game when we went on that little run in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
We went on a 10-0 run without Jalen Brunson because the second he goes in, they were trying to switch on him because he could not foul out. And it's like, yo, Jalen Brunson, this is the second time in 2 straight rounds you're doing this. You can't foul out.
Yeah.
You can't. You have to have
Honestly,
self-discipline.
if it meant him playing real defense, maybe he should have fouled out and just had Deuce McBride play the rest of the fourth quarter, like end the game. I mean, I guess you need him for free throws. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, the great players don't foul out. I
Yeah.
mean, you can do it to any sport. And I'm not saying Jalen Brunson's these players, but I've never seen Messi get a red card. I've never seen Ronaldo have a red card. I've never seen, Aaron Judge has been thrown out of a game once in his
Yeah.
entire career. It was last year. You don't really see does Lindor or Pete Alonso get thrown out of games?
No.
Really don't because they're
No.
too, you know why?
They're
They're
too
too
important.
valuable.
Yeah.
They're too valuable. Pete Alonso cannot get thrown out of a baseball game in the National League Championship Series versus the Dodgers in the sixth
Arguing
inning.
balls and strikes. Yeah.
Throwing bars and strikes. You got to let that go. Jalen
Yeah.
Brunson, stop doing this stupid thing where you're baiting these referees every single time to get calls. It's not working. You keep racking up fouls.
No.
And it's just, I don't want to ramble on too much about it. It's just, I was watching it and I was like, holy fuck. He literally can't play defense because he's too afraid. And they're just
No.
going around him. And they're,
Anyway,
yeah,
you,
sorry.
you keep going. You keep going if you want.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I just was like, that bothered me.
So what's considering the Halliburton choke sign, Knicks blow it. They have game Knicks in seven. What's your prediction for the series?
Well, it was always Knicks in seven.
Yeah.
Um, I always thought the Pacers were going to steal one in the first 2 games. I always thought the Knicks were going to steal one in games 3 and 4.
Yep.
What this really means is that the Knicks have to win game 2 now.
Yeah, they can't lose both at home.
You
It's the
can't lose
same thing
both
as
at
the
home because
Celtics.
it's
You
the
can't.
same thing as the Celtics. So you're not going to win both in
Yeah.
Indiana. So, you know, you're going to have to win game 2, which means you're going to have to go all out. You're going to have to do everything you have for game 2. Um,
They do that anyway. Like their stars are gonna play 45 minutes anyway. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just different mental. I think a lot of these NBA series, because they're professional athletes, they're in shape. I
no.
think it's more mental. Like when you give everything you have towards a game, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, here we go again. It's like, holy crap. Then I have another point. I, I'm 30. My entire life, I've watched the Knicks, the Mecca, the Garden. Are any teams intimidated by that place? Because they seem to almost thrive on it.
Maybe not anymore. Maybe in like the 90s and stuff, it was more useful. I don't know.
They didn't win there either.
Yeah, I know. Well, he made it to the finals at least
When
once.
was this an intimidating arena? Where is it? Where are these players a little nervous, a little shaky? I don't see it at
We gotta
all.
start pelting them. The fans gotta start throwing shit at them. I don't know.
In the Boston Garden, I see them getting a little nervous. The Warriors,
Yeah,
game three of the NBA Finals a couple years ago, when they went to Boston, these are three-time champions, five-time NBA Finals, and Draymond Green goes, "That was different. We got rattled in Boston."
yeah,
Like, whoa, that we got taken off guard there. We've never because they had spent their entire NBA Finals career in Cleveland, so when they went to Boston, they were like, "Holy crap, this is a hostile environment."
yeah.
What the thing for the Knicks?
What was the problem with the Knicks too? They got priced out because you're spending $4,000, or we'll say to get in, you're spending $2,500. Like
You
you
know,
price out some of those rabid fans who are gonna be screaming in their faces, and you got Spike Lee and Chalamet on the sidelines. Like it's almost like Larry David was there. I saw that too, but like
well, I had a problem with Larry David too. I'm watching because you can't help but see him
yeah,
cross-armed, cross-legged, emotionless the entire time. I actually started watching him, being like, "Is Larry David going to cheer? Is he going to clap?" He did not once,
yeah.
not to my viewpoint, and I watched him probably eight straight series.
They had to win from the clap. He needed the end result.
Hey Larry, if you don't give a shit, don't be there.
Yeah,
That goes for all these other people who are on the court side. If you're not passionate and clapping and cheering and booing, why are you there? Larry David doesn't give a shit. He doesn't need
yeah.
to be more famous.
I mean, the tickets are like nothing to him. It's like us paying like $10 to go. So I guess
I don't even
you
think those
might
people at that level are even paying.
probably not.
That's like NBC giving him, they probably own those tickets,
No.
giving them to clients. I don't know. The Knicks are in trouble. They're in trouble because you had to win that game.
I know. Well, it sucks they didn't close them out. Like when you're up that much and you can't close it out, it just hurts. But I don't think they're in trouble. It's still 6 games left. Like they could win the next two, and they'll be in the driver's seat. So
Yeah.
if they lose next game, they're definitely in trouble. But
All right. Yeah.
uh,
Any thoughts on the Wolves Thunder series? Are you watching it all?
I didn't watch. I saw the uh, OKC one. I don't know.
I'll give you my brief bullet points. Basically, this guy, SGA, Shane Gilgeous-Alexander, he can't get touched. They're
Yeah.
they're treating him like James Harden a few years ago. So basically, like Ant Edwards in the post game with Julius Randle, they grabbed the stat sheet. He's like, anyone have the stat sheet? Looked how many foul shots he took, and they both started laughing out loud about it. So if he can't get touched, if the NBA is going to treat him like this, then it's very hard to defend this team because it's a really good team.
Yeah.
Um, because I, I'm not going to look it up. He had a lot. He had a lot. He had a lot of foul shots. The only point I would say about the Thunder is they really, really how they built this team are how NBA teams are going to have to build teams for the in the future. They changed the ever since Kevin Durant. When LeBron went to Miami, the NBA was like, ah. When Kevin Durant went to the Warriors, they truly changed everything. You really can't build a super team.
I
Every
was thinking that. I actually had that in my notes. It seems like, when we were like younger, not younger, but like maybe like 10 or 15 years ago even, LeBron was on a team, they were going to go to the finals. Curry was on a team, Durant was on a team, they're going to go to the finals. Like no matter where they went, now it's like you have to actually build a team. Like you got the Celtics, Thunder, Rockets, Cavs even, like
yeah,
you got to build it from within. Like you can't just get
you
these
can't. The
yeah,
way contracts are set up and the luxury tax and the salary cap, you can't. Like you have to do what the Thunder just did, which is assume 1,000 draft picks and build from within, which the Celtics lost, but that's what the Celtics did. And or or I'm looking up the Jalen Brunson contract because it's crazy. Yeah. Or you're Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, how much? So guess how much Jalen Brunson is getting paid this year?
NBA money, we'll say like 35 million.
25. So if you can have a superstar getting paid, or right below a superstar, Jalen Brunson's a star, getting paid 25 million, then you can actually build your team nicely. But if
No.
you paying Luka Doncic 55, 60 million, 68 million, and you paying one or two of those guys that, you don't have a team. So the Lakers lost. The Suns with Booker and Durant and Beal,
They
they
didn't
didn't
even make
make
the
the playoffs.
playoffs, did they?
They didn't make the playoffs. These old ass teams and their old way of thinking with these superstars, they don't work. And you need to when I was watching the Thunder, I go, my God, I don't know a single one of these fucking players, but they're all super long. They can all play defense. They can switch on everything. They can all shoot.
No.
It's just like this perfect little team.
They got this guy. They got the guy Hartenstein from the Knicks too, and I was like, all right, the Knicks will be fine without him. He's averaging a double double, which is crazy. Like I didn't even.
Yeah. No, they did if the Knicks don't win, I hope they win. Just because that city's had so many superstars go through there and they've never won, so it'd be nice for them to win.
No,
But obviously go Knicks.
yeah,
Um,
go Knicks.
but I don't know.
I don't know. I think the NBA is gonna start sweating if they have an OKC Indiana Pacers final though. That's definitely not what they have in
That's
their plans.
that's where that comes in.
Yeah.
That's where that's where the dilemma comes in. Also, there's been seven new teams winning the championship in 7 years.
Yep. I
So
saw that.
there will be no more dynasties. Does that hurt the NBA? Because the NBA is kind of defined by dynasties.
And then
Yeah, in the 80s, Celtics, Lakers, and for a brief moment, the Pistons went to three straight finals. So then you had the Bulls, then you had the Lakers, then you had the Spurs, then you had LeBron,
yep.
then you had Curry. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not praying for Pacers OKC final though, or even Minnesota. Honestly, Pacers like either one's not really a great option for them. They kind of need the Knicks to make it if they want to get a good viewership base.
If the Pacers make it and the Thunder make it, I think it would be the worst rated finals of in NBA history.
Yeah, I think
At
so
least
too.
in the past 50 years. Like since 1980 on.
No,
I
I
can't
agree.
imagine. I won't watch. I mean,
I only watch if the Knicks are in it, but that's
yeah,
yeah,
we're slightly fake fans right now. Like
yeah, that's
we
fine.
like to watch it, and I'm learning all the players, and I've been watching for about a month and a half now. But yeah, my God, if it's Pacers Thunder,
Is anyone gonna care?
I don't care. I'd be like, I mean, you'd have to almost force yourself to talk about these things.
Yeah.
Like we won't, because
No, I don't. I can't even name any guys on the team besides like Halliburton, Neesmith, SGA, Hartenstein. That's
we won't
about
talk about it. But ESPN will be forced to. It'll be brutal.
no.
It'll be brutal. So yeah, I mean, they're on right now. I'm not watching, but maybe when we hang up, I'll tune in just so I could talk about it slightly. But yeah, the Thunder and how they built this team, it'll be interesting. It'll also be interesting because they have a lot of draft capital still. If they lose, do they trade for Giannis? That'd be interesting.
No.
Then they'd become a popular storyline again. So who knows? Do you want to talk about the WNBA or no?
We could just talk about it briefly. We don't have to go into a whole thing about it.
Thoughts?
I saw your like you just asked, have you been following it all? I had like I didn't watch any games, like I probably won't watch any games, but I saw the whole Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing. I think that's kind of fascinating. Like
Why do you think
uh,
it's fascinating? I find it hilarious.
well, yeah, it's hilarious, fascinating. I don't know, because like Caitlin Clark's like an actual star, and then Angel Reese like kind of just has been like riding her tailcoat most of the way through, and then they had the whole she fouled me, she's gonna get beat up, and it's like she punched the ball out of your hands, like you gotta kind of relax. So I don't know.
I think this would be like if Tristan Thompson in 2015 was trying to say that he was rivals with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
That's how I view it.
Yeah.
Like I watch highlights and I did watch a lot of Caitlin Clark last 2 years ago when she was in college. she's so much better than everyone else
Yeah, she's great.
that it's like she controls the entire floor. She's shooting from everywhere. I read something she like already has the most 25-point 10 assist games in WNBA history, and she's only played like 50 something games. And meanwhile, the person in second had played 500 games. It's like,
Sue Bird, someone.
yeah. I mean, Allison asked me about, she's like, what do you think about it? And I was like, listen, I go, yeah, I think I can say this. We can edit that if you don't think that. I go, no one's actually sexist. It's just a terrible product. I go, I can watch Serena Williams, Simone Biles, the women's soccer team. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I do too.
I enjoy it. I love it. Watching the WNBA is hard. And Caitlin Clark,
Not great.
you don't agree?
No, I do agree. It's not great to watch.
It's not. It's difficult.
No.
It's
Yeah.
difficult to watch with my eyes. It's like watching it's like you have downs on a court and the team can't score.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're gonna be here for a fucking like they played for 20 minutes and it's
That's
1-0.
5-5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3-2.
Yeah.
The game's to 11, and we're like, we're gonna be here for a fucking hour.
Yeah. And
Because
then
people,
we're gonna scrape these guys.
yeah, we're gonna kill these guys. Caitlin Clark makes the WNBA watchable. I can watch it. I can be like, okay, she can shoot, she can make a layup, she can facilitate.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, I
I
mean,
was just gonna say like this probably wouldn't even be a talking point if she wasn't in the league. So like they should probably give her like a special like salary or something like
well, don't even get me started with
what
that.
she's doing for the league itself is probably gonna make them like I mean at least turn a profit. I don't know what their profit situation is, but
They're negative. At least they
yeah,
were. I don't know about this year. They lose money. The NBA pays for like they help them. The
yeah.
WNBA loses money. So, you know, listen, with Caitlin Clark, they have special WNBA arenas, which are really smaller. I think they're like 3,000 people.
Mhm.
And with Caitlin Clark, they move each game. So when she's on the road in Chicago, this upcoming, well, the PMT was talking about it. So June 7th, they're moving to the Bowl Stadium.
Yeah.
So you're literally going from a above average size high school arena to a professional
Ice Center.
arena.
Yeah.
Why don't you all just be like, thanks?
And so they all hate her.
She's not a bad person, like to my
No,
knowledge,
no, she seems fine. She
perfectly
seems like a nice
fine.
girl. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Just she makes the game watchable. I've had no problem with female athletes. That the WNBA just they're just brutal.
I
So,
think my favorite women's sports soccer. I always get into that, like the Women's World Cup. I love
oh
that.
yeah,
I don't,
Olympics and the World Cup.
yeah,
I can
it's
name
great.
like Carly Lloyd, Abby Wambach,
Yeah.
Morgan.
Hope
I can
Solo
hope
back in the day.
yeah. I can name almost the whole team. I used to love watching them.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman's daughter is on the team, and she's like one of the star strikers. But
Stanzi Swanson's girlfriend, Mallory Pugh, I think her name is. She's good.
yeah, they're all good.
Yeah. They always kick the shit out of Japan. Well, actually, no, the one time they
Oh,
lost to Japan was like the most upsetting thing of all time. That was like one of my sports lowlights.
yeah, because Japan had it's a really cool story for Japan actually. On a side note, Japan had that tsunami and like wiped out almost a lot of area of Japan or major cities. And that women's soccer team was like playing for Japan and they like won against the United States and it was a huge deal for them. So I was like, whatever.
Let them have one.
Yeah, let them have one. Um,
All right. Guess we'll move on.
yeah,
All right. Yankees take 2 of 3 from the Mets in the Subway Series. Some good games. The
they were.
first two were good. The last game was it was good until the Yankees blew it open, but close affairs, I would say.
It was. It
Um,
was exactly what I predicted. I was like, the only way you
no,
get a game. I said the only way you get a game is if you steal one game too, and we should have won that game. We had runners on scoring base for like 3 straight innings, and we couldn't get a fucking run.
yeah, that's I mean that's how the Mets' offense has been for the past like week and a half. Like we get I think we're like 5 for like 48 with runners in scoring position the past like week and a half or something. It's been crazy. Um,
Two different points of views from that series, and then games after, because then we just swept the Rangers. I think the Yankees are really, really good. Like I
they're good.
really have been diving into them this past week or two. Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt are like really fucking good. Now, maybe they'll
They're
die off
pros.
soon, but holy crap, those two and Judge in the middle of this lineup
Yeah,
are really good. This guy, Max Fried, is unbelievable.
he's
I'm
good.
not teasing you. I will tease you in a second about Soto. At this moment, I'm not teasing you. He was locking Soto up.
Yeah,
He
that
was.
curveball he dropped on him when he buckled his knees was a great pitch.
I was like,
Yeah,
whoa, holy crap! This guy Max Fried is dealing, and he didn't even have the best game. He allowed a run or two. Um, Rondon looks good. Williams
he's looking better.
is breathing.
He looked good against the Mets. Both of those games, he
He's
looked
had
really good.
4 or 5 straight outings, zero earned. I'm like, whoa, the Yankees, we are actually a really good baseball team.
Yeah.
So I have hope of winning it all.
Yeah.
Before we talk about Soto, anything on the Mets?
Yeah, they just got to hit better. Like I don't know, like the beginning of the season, Pete carried them, then Pete kind of fell off, and then Lindor carried them for a little while. He kind of fell off, and now no one's really hitting. So they just got to pick up the bats. Like they have a tough series with the Dodgers coming up, and I didn't. The Dodgers pitching staff's kind of funky. Like they have like 40-year-old Kershaw, this guy Gonsolin who has like a 4.5 ERA, and then this guy Landon Knack who has like a 6 ERA. It's like how are they like how do they have like 30 wins? But it's just
But offenses,
their offense is incredible. They have probably one of the top, what is it, like maybe 10 offenses of all time.
if they're
Freeman,
all healthy,
yeah,
which
Freeman's
Betts
best.
Freeman, just Betts Freeman and
Otani.
Connie alone is probably the best 2, 3, 4 hitters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Um, maybe
Teoscar's been hurt and they're still playing well. Edmonds been hurt. Like I don't know. They have a great organization because even if guys go down, they just will call up this like guy in AAA who will hit like 300 for a couple weeks and then they send him back down.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Is Juan Soto depressed?
I don't know. Yankees fans care about this a lot. I think they
I
care
don't
about
care
this
about it.
more.
I don't care about. I don't. I have.
No?
There's an inside source that says he is really, really sad.
Who said this?
I can't disclose my sources.
Is it like John Smith 12874,
No, 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 no,
the
no,
fan, the Mets fan of 55 years
no,
who
no, 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 no,
is that who it is?
no. That's funny though. Um, I do think it's funny how many people are talking about it.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think
even just
something
like
as
New
a Mets
York.
fan.
What's up?
Is that interesting though? Like these are major, major news outlets, and
I just don't understand it. Like, why are they like on a witch hunt after him for like he's the highest paid athlete in the sport, and it seems like everyone has something bad to say about him. Like they like he did something wrong to them. Like I don't understand it honestly. I
I
did
don't think
like
it's just Maybe tell me, is it just Yankee fans?
well, Buster Olney from ESPN hates the Mets, and he's a piece of it. The guy I can't think of his name. He's a New Jersey guy though. It was the article that Pat sent. I
Okay.
think he must be a Yankees fan too because he called him fat. Like he said that he was like that was fucked up. I don't know why
The
you
New York
published that.
Post, the New York Post, they didn't send the best photo.
What is this about? Like I don't get it. I think they like when Mets fans are upset, and it's been working. So
I did.
I've been like too upset about this. Like
I screenshotted. I don't know what I was messaging you.
I can't hear you. I don't.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I was DMing you, and you answered back like some sort of paragraph. And I screenshot. I sent it to Alex, and I go, "I'm getting him riled." And Alex, I saw him on Tuesday, and he's like, "That was so funny because Bobby doesn't get bothered by anything, like nothing. There's almost nothing I could say, but for some reason, all of us in this group chat, which it is about 8 versus 1,
Yeah.
it's eight because
And Pat kept tagging me. Like I have the notifications turned off, but when I get tagged, it pops up. So I kept getting it popped up. It's like, Bobby, how do you feel about this? And I'm like, all right, I gotta respond because these guys aren't gonna fucking leave me alone. Um,
I think people care. This is gonna sound crazy. I was talking about it with my coworker. I think people care because truly in the past 100 years, it was unimaginable for someone to leave the Yankees to the Mets.
yeah,
Like really, I'm not teasing you. I think That's why so many people care because it's not just me. I like messing around with you, but really, when you turn on the TV and you listen to the radio, Rich, these are all Yankee fans. I wish I could hear some more Mets fans. But like, I like you and I like Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen's like he's depressed. He's sad.
I can't listen to Rich Eisen when he talks about the Yankees. The whole thing like leading up to it too, when right after we signed him, I couldn't listen to those because he was being such a salty little baby the whole time. Like I couldn't. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like what would have happened in the media if Kobe Bryant left the Lakers and went to the Clippers? Like what
Yeah,
would have happened if Ronaldo left Real Madrid to go to Atletico Madrid?
I don't know.
And
If I,
those are not the Clippers, but Atletico Madrid's a fine franchise.
yeah,
Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I think that those are the only comparisons I could give. Maybe not Kobe because Luca's a better example. Like if Luca was for the Lakers the next 2 years, not homegrown, and he was like, I'm going to the Clippers. Like
it's
I
just different though with baseball because we offer them the most money by like $50 million. So it's not like the Lakers could just match whatever they offered him, and then he would stay. Like we blew the Yankees offer out of the water. So
I know, but
I,
I will
I
say from the amount of reports, it's a little weird.
yeah. Well, I also do think, like, at least I don't know if it's just media or if it's the Yankee fans, but I think the past like 6 months or so kind of humbled you guys a little bit. Maybe 8 months. Like that World Series loss was kind of embarrassing. The
Yeah,
way that you guys
if
lost
you're
it,
talking about the World Series loss, yeah, that sucked.
and then you lose Soto, like the star, to the crosstown rival, and this all within like a what was it, like a 4 month span maybe? Like I think that. I don't know. I think you needed someone to point and laugh at, and this is kind of a good spot. Like you guys just beat us. He hasn't played that well. I don't know. I
Maybe,
think that plays a part in it too.
maybe I wouldn't say the word is humbled because I don't think the Yankee fans can be humbled. I think our ego
Yeah.
was hurt.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that the
fair.
same thing?
Yeah, it's similar.
Our ego was hurt. When he left, the ego was hurt. It was like, where are you going? Like, you can go to the Dodgers, you can go to the Giants, you can even go to, I mean, this sounds ridiculous, Bob, and I'm not kidding. You can even go to Boston. Like, that to me is rational. Like, truly, when he went to the Mets, I was like, what? Now, the money comes in, and that makes a lot of sense. Your owner's the richest guy in sports. Um,
He was at the Knicks game last night too, sitting like right next to the bench.
yeah, I mean, listen, we'll see. But if this shit turns out to be true, and if he is depressed, and if he starts batting terribly due to missing the New York Yankees, that would be the funniest thing
Yeah,
in
that would
the
be.
entire world to me.
It'd
And
be funny to you. It would be like probably the most disappointing thing that's ever happened to sports to me. Like more than the 2015 World Series, than the Jets losing it twice in the.
yeah,
That would be really disappointing.
that would be the craziest thing. You're good. Alice, I thought you were gonna be. That would be the craziest thing I've ever seen in sports. And I think that would be the reason I think you and some of these Mets fans do care a little bit is like, well, what if, God forbid, like remember Monte Teo's girlfriend was fake?
Yeah.
Like, what if the Notre Dame fans, this is like a Notre Dame fan, is like, you guys are out of your fucking minds. Of course his girlfriend was real. And it's like, no, no, no. She actually was fake. Like a Notre Dame fan must have been
That
like,
was that was probably
she
like the most I was into Notre Dame too when that happened. I remember being like, "What is like that's some bullshit." Like, of course she's real. Like, and then they get smacked by Alabama in the
yeah.
fucking national championship the
And it
same year.
turns out, yeah, his girlfriend was completely fake the entire time. Like, so things like this have happened. If this turns out to be true, that would be the worst thing I think for Mets fans
Yeah.
ever, and the most hilarious thing for me personally. Like, I would just find that very, very, very amusing.
If that was the case, like what happens? Does he get traded? Like, does he just agree like I'm out of this contract? Like, you could cut my contract. That's it. Like, what?
I think if he goes into like, I'm not teasing you. I think if these reports are true, right? Let's say Michael K isn't just a Yankees fan. Let's say he's actually doing some reporting here, which I'm agreeing with you that there's a 99% chance he's wrong. But let's for fun say that there's 1% that this is true. and he gets into a clinical depression, gains 100 pounds, and is just like, listen, guys, I just can't be here. I don't know what they do. I've actually thought about it.
Yeah.
Do they
That one,
just go to the Yankees and be like, listen, uh, we'll trade him to you for every prospect you have, but the
yeah.
Yankees can't afford that now because we just spent all this other money.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I've
Maybe
never,
get back to the Nationals because they have a really good group of young players.
yeah. I just don't even know how baseball contracts work. Like, can the player opt out of it? Like, I'm sure he would never do that because he's going to get paid $800 million. But could he
He
just be
has
like,
an
I'm good?
opt-out clause at year five.
Yeah.
So it's not actually a 15-year contract. So by the time he's 31, he can opt out again.
He's not giving. I mean, the only way is if baseball contracts become like an average of like $60 million a year instead of like the 30 to 40 they are now, which I guess is possible with inflation. But I
Not in
don't know.
5 years.
31 years old, like he's not going to get paid that much money for 10 more years or whatever it would be. Like he's just not going to get that at 31. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It's interesting.
So he's trapped. But man, what a funny story this is. And I love it. And I love getting you a little because I can't really bother you. I can't really think of anything that would actually bother you. So when you send these texts back, God, it makes me happy. Um, when Nick was like, I heard he's suicidal, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, relax. Like, too far, Nick, too far.
It's all right. We'll be all right. He's
Yeah,
got a it's only May 22nd too. It's like what 40 games into the season, so I don't know.
the one final thing I will say about it is people are always like, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And I think some people are like, well, what do you mean by that? And it's like, if you lose a series in May, by the way, it wasn't a sweep. It was 2-1.
Yeah.
And game three
Yeah.
was 2-2 in the eighth inning. Like if Pete Alonso does a simple throw at home, we probably go to extras. Um, what does New York mean? New York means if you gain 5 to 10 pounds and you lose a series 2-1, people are going to think you're clinically depressed. And like, it's like Jesus, everyone, calm down. Like, my God.
Yeah. Imagine this was like Chicago and he went from the Cubs to the White Sox to the Cubs or whatever, and he plays bad. He looks like he gained a couple extra pounds. Like no one would even care. This
No
wouldn't
one
even be a
care. Or
story.
even if he went to like Cubs to Cardinals,
Yeah.
uh, Dodgers to Seattle.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like,
gonna forget about the Angels. The Angels swept the Dodgers, by the way,
oh,
which is crazy.
because the Angels are so stupid.
All right.
Anyway, do you want to save the all-time offense and defense for another pod and just do flag?
I like that. Yeah, yeah, we don't I don't know. It's gonna be a lot to talk about if we do both. So we'll do the flag.
Just a little premise for our viewers. In case you don't know, 2028, the Olympics are here in North America. So I think it's in Mexico, United States, and Canada, right?
Is it just LA for the Olympics and then the FIFA World Cup is the three?
Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. Never mind. You're right. The
I think
Olympics
it's the LA Olympics.
completely ignore me, viewers. That's the World Cup. Bobby's right. Anyway, my point is since we're hosting, we can choose 3 sports to add to the Olympics. France added
Breakdancing.
breakdancing. I'm not even trying to be funny. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
And one of the sports that the United States is adding is flag football, which is fun fact in the state of Florida for high school athletics is the number one growing sport by far. It's actually becoming a problem because so many girls are doing it. Uh, Softball's dying out. Uh,
Oh, that sucks.
it's a huge problem. Softball teams are just dying. Um, Me and Bob are going to pick what we deem as the all-time flag football team now. So the Olympics are
Current
in
day
3 years.
players.
The Olympics are in 3 years, so it might dramatically change. But what our team is now, we're going to do a draft. Um, Bob, I don't know if you read up on it, but it's a quarterback, a center, 2 receivers, and either a running back or receivers, like a flex. But it's only 5, not 7. I thought it was 7, but it's only 5.
Oh, okay. All right,
And
that's fine.
yep, and apparently the quarterback cannot run with the ball.
Unless he's getting chased or just in general.
From what I've read, he needs to be handed the ball or like thrown to the ball. So what a lot of teams do, which is stupid, is like let's say you have Saquon Barkley there. Saquon Barkley would catch the ball and give it to the quarterback.
Okay.
I don't know. For this,
Makes sense. It becomes like a handoff then.
yeah, for this argument, let's just pretend our quarterback can gain yards. Um, we're gonna do a draft.
My team against your team.
Yep, and we'll see who wins. You want the first pick?
How does we're doing offense only too, right? We're not doing defense.
Just offense, yeah. Oh, and
Okay.
any player I pick, you can't pick. Any player you pick, I can't pick.
Um, you have a coin?
You can just
Let's do a flip, make it fair. What do I have? All right, we'll do this notepad. I got a notepad here.
yeah.
Tails, heads. What side do you want?
I'll take the non-blue side.
Non-blue side. Non-blue side, you got first. I go, so it's snake, so you get one and I get two, three,
Or do you
or
want, since it's just two people, do you want to go back and forth?
I don't know, it's not really fair. No, it's fine.
No,
I don't,
I don't care. If you want to do snake, you can do snake.
and we're doing five players
What
total?
what that means is though is you're gonna go two picks. I'm gonna do two picks.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we can just do every other then. Five, we're doing five players.
Yeah. Do you want to do a bench or just the five?
Let's do seven. Well, I don't know. Make it a little more interesting.
Two bench players?
Yep. And the center, by the way, can catch too, right? Like
Yes.
they
Yes.
can toss the ball back and they can either block or I guess they can block, right?
They can block. It's a whole thing. They have to like keep their hands still, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pretend that they can catch.
Okay.
Um.
Block slash catch. Okay.
Okay. So starting five plus two bench players. I get the first pick. Currently, 2025, I would pick Justin Jefferson.
Wow, you're going Justin Jefferson first?
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna pick. I think this is the easy pick. I'm surprised you didn't pick him 1-1. I'm gonna take Lamar.
I knew you were gonna pick him.
I think you almost have to. He can throw, he can run. I think he's like perfect for that whole scheme. You just have the running back catch the ball and hand it to him, and he's gonna be by everybody.
Yep. So the reason I didn't pick him, I will tell you in a second. I thought about this because I knew you were gonna pick a quarterback. Because I watched the Rich Eisen show did this, and I was like, okay, I know what to do now. With my second pick, I'm gonna go Jamar Chase. So right
Okay.
away.
Yeah. There's only one quarterback. I guess that's your game plan. I got the best quarterback for this though, so that's fine with me. Um, number two.
Yep.
Um, Give me Tyreek Hill. I don't think anyone from like China or something is gonna catch him from France or wherever the hell is gonna catch him. So I'm
What's
gonna pick
funny is I don't think anyone's catching any of these players,
yeah.
I just think it's funny. All right, so you got Tyreek Hill, which was going to be my other pick, but that does make sense. Um, bench. Typing this out so I can save it. All right, looking at my team. This is going to sound weird, but as my center, I'm going to pick Brock Bowers.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be a
Okay.
who?
I thought you were for sure gonna go Kittle as your center, but that's fine. It's even better for me. I'll just save him.
Well, who knows? Maybe I'll pick him. It's one of my bench players. I'm going to go Brock Bowers because right now, I mean, Kittle's going to be a glue guy. For Brock Bowers, who's defending that? Who? I
Yeah.
keep saying someone from France because that's just gonna be stupid. But like, really, just in the league right now, like, I just think he's.
Yeah, he's great. He's not, I don't know. I just like Kittle's like you said, glue guy. I think he's a better blocker than
I
Bowers
almost
too.
picked him. I typed this all out earlier. Um, I had it here: Bowers slash Kittle. It's down in my notes.
Go either way.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to wide receiver again, and I'm gonna take AJ Brown.
Hmm.
Size, speed. I think he's perfect for this.
The big guy.
Yeah. He could even play center, honestly, too.
Yep. Well, that'd be funny. I'm still gonna save my quarterback for my flex. I'm gonna go Bijan Robinson.
Okay. He was third on my running back list, so you left both of them up for me.
Can I leave? Can I guess? You do Saquon and Gibbs.
I did Gibson then Saquon.
Yeah. Gibbs is my second choice.
Yeah. All right, so I got a quarterback. I have two wide receivers. I will go running back and I'll pick Gibbs.
I was gonna pick Gibbs as my next pick.
Speed
Yeah.
versus agility. I think he's perfect.
Yeah.
Who the hell's gonna grab his flag?
Who is gonna grab these flags? South Korea? Like, like, my God. All right, I got my quarterback and my two bench players. I'm gonna pick this quarterback, not that you would, but just because I want to make sure I have him. Joe Burrow. He was
Okay.
he was my boy. And I
No
also
running, no running for the quarterback spot. You're gonna have a purely pocket passer.
I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL going left to right, throwing dimes.
Okay.
Five step drop dime. Like I actually low key think he's the best quarterback in the NFL. He just hasn't won.
Pure passer, I agree. I don't know the today you gotta run around. It's weird.
Yeah,
I actually I don't know. Tom Brady just won the Super Bowl like 4 years ago, standing there. So
yeah. Um,
all right, this is pick five for me.
you got center and two bench players.
All right. I'm gonna I'll take Kittle. I wanted to save him, but I'll take him now. I don't want you to take my main center pick.
Um,
Two we each have two bench.
yep.
Okay.
I'm trapped between Neighbors and Travis Hunter.
Oh, that's true. You can play both sides too.
Travis Hunter would be so valuable on a flag football team, but
Is there roster space? Like, is there a roster size? I don't know anything about this.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Neighbors.
Okay. Giants guy, that makes sense. I had him a little bit lower on my list, but it's fair.
Neighbors, just because I mean, especially in 3 years, but even right now, what is name? What is a better wide receiver than him that you have? Well, I guess you're gonna pick him right now.
I actually had a few. Um,
St. Brown.
but I mean, I guess he could be lumped in there with them. Like they're all kind of in the same tier. But I'm actually not gonna pick a wide receiver. I'm gonna pick another running back and take Barkley. Can't
Okay.
believe he's made it this far, so gotta take him.
We'll do this again in 3 years, but we'll have like five different people.
We could pick defense too. I think that'd be fun.
Mhm. With my last pick, I'm gonna pick another quarterback. I'm gonna do JD Daniels.
Okay, I like that.
He's gonna be my backup quarterback slash potentially starter. Um, I just think he'd be good as shit. But
Yeah.
I was gonna be my guy, especially it's the LSU boys. He'll have Jefferson and Chase, and JD Daniels will be my backup with neighbors, ironically, who are also LSU.
You like the LSU guys.
I guess.
Where'd Brock Bowers go to school? I can't remember. Did he go to Iowa?
No, he went to Georgia. He was
Georgia.
awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. All right, your last bench player.
Last pick. Okay. So the guys I had above neighbors, I had St. Brown, um, CD Lamb.
Forgot about CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, he's a beast. And then in like the same tier as neighbors is Brian Thomas from the Jaguars, and I had Garrett Wilson just as a Jets homer pick. I'll take CD Lamb. I don't know. It's between him and Almon-Ra, but I'll take him. I like him.
I should have picked CeeDee Lamb. If I had CeeDee Lamb, well, I'm so stupid. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and CeeDee Lamb. I don't know why I didn't do that. But all right.
I like my team. I got speed, size, and like a perfect like route runner, technical guy, wide receiver, Gibbs and Barkley a running back, Kittle as my center, and Lamar Jackson. I think I smoke you.
Really? I guess it would depend on defense, but I mean, I'm just looking at it right now.
You have two quarterbacks too. I guess that kind of hurts. Like I have one quarterback, so
Well, no, I mean, only one guy is playing. I just picked JD Daniels just in case Joe Burrow can't run. He's like my backup to that.
Yeah,
This turns out to be only about running. I have JD Daniels. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
I get it. I'm surprised you didn't pick Allen though. I would have guessed Allen over Jane Daniels.
Allen's good for tackle football. He's a fucking
Yeah,
monster.
that's true.
He's gonna run over a fucking linebacker and hurdle a safety. This is flag.
Yeah.
Like Josh Allen's a much better quarterback than JD Daniels, but like
He's fast as hell though,
I
Josh
know,
Allen. He's not slow.
I know,
I
I know.
think he crazed the contact too.
I think so too, but he doesn't seem to ever get hurt. AJ Brown, I mean, listen, Bob, Tyreek Hill has the speed, but besides that, Bijan and Gibbs are a push. I think Brock Bowers is better than Kittle. I mean, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
Your
those are
best, your fucking best receiver is on the bench at CeeDee Lamb.
AJ. I mean, yeah. Tyreek Hill though is just like I feel like he's a cheat code in that shit because he's just gonna run past anybody who's trying to cover him. No pads.
I agree. They have to do a deep cover, like what's 5 on 5? What do you even do? You do a 3-2 zone? I thought it
If,
was 7 on 7.
yeah, I thought so too. If there's no one rushing though, I guess you could have like I don't know. You just have an extra safety. You have like man, like you have all man on all the guys who can run, and then you just have a safety deep who will help whoever goes deep. Like that's probably what you do. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's all I
Uh,
got. You were going to do the all-time defense offense, but let's save it because we're already at almost an hour.
yeah, it's
That's a
fine.
whole different bag of worms.
I know that would have been like we would have probably talked for 30 more minutes, so it's fine. We'll save that for later this summer.
All righty. That's it. We got episode 7 in the bag.
Episode 7 already. Wow.